What is Bitcoin doing? Where are we currently in this bull run? Hello traders, thanks for tuning in today's YouTube video. My name is Darius and today I would like to share with you my view of Bitcoin. I already asked you and I also posted multiple times on Instagram about what do you think about Bitcoin, if you are a long-term holder or if you think that Bitcoin will crash extremely to the downside. And yesterday I posted this analysis over here. It was also online on TradingView, so it was also a video explanation to explain you what kind of corrections I expect currently. And I also presented over here on TradingView, on Instagram, that we could potentially go up from 47 or from 44k all the way to the upside, or the second option was that we could go even lower to test the 30k level. Now, today I would like to give you over here an explanation about Bitcoin, where we are currently located in this bull run, right? Because nobody's understanding it, where we are currently in, and why the market is even doing these corrections. Okay, so if you didn't follow me over here on Instagram, so make sure to do it, because I post here a lot of crypto content, a lot of informative posts, and make sure to check them out. Okay guys, then I would like to continue with the analysis, and just remember this one over here that I already published multiple times. Now this is my crash theory, which is based off supply demand. Okay, I've tried to explain it to you in multiple ways how supply demand works and why, from my point of view, it makes 100% sense that we're going to see that major drop to the downside. Because if you have a look on the overall situation of Bitcoin, you will understand that this is nothing. If Bitcoin would go down over here, everything will be great. You can also use over here a line, and as you can see, this is such an exponential growth still. Okay, if the market will go up here, there's not a problem. The market should just maintain this healthy growth. This is how Bitcoin is in a healthy uptrend, but only the fact if the market will bring us afterwards all the way to the downside. Now the thing is, also, if you have a look over here from a market structure perspective, it makes a lot of sense that the market will give us over here a correction based off this whole impulse over here. And that would be not even 50% correction if the market will drop that much to the downside. So based off this movement over here, that would be nothing. So I could, for example, just use over here the fib retracement. Let's see how far that would be. So as you can see, this is really not much. Based on the fib retracement, it will be a little bit lower, but if I'm going to take right now this level over here, so it will be a little bit below the 50%, which is actually nothing, because normal market structure looks like this. Let me show it to you. So this is still a bullish uptrend as long as the market is going to remain above these lows that the market has created over here. Okay, so this is how a normal uptrend looks like, guys. And if you're going to have a correction below 50%, then this is actually the real market structure. Everything which is above 50% is something which you can consider as a correction from an institutional order flow perspective. Of course, also me, I'm going to consider this one as a correction if the market will be about to hit the 50%, that's for sure. But normally the biggest institutions, they are only looking to grab those bigger correction which are behind those 50%. So on Bitcoin, this fact also makes a lot of sense that we're going to go for that one, which is nothing. Okay, this is really nothing. Now the thing is that a lot of people and trader, investor, they're going to lose a lot of money if they're not going to close it at the top. And right now also, if you have a look right here from the weekly chart, you will understand that this market right now is just building liquidity. It's just trying to build a foundation over here for a resistance level, so to attract more retail traders to join over here a short position to the downside, to go here for a possible deeper correction. But in this video, I would like to explain to you why we need to do that correction. As I already explained to you right now, it is because of supply demand, but we're going to go right now more into the depth of the analysis to give you a better view of what I'm talking about. But just a quick check over here on this chart once again. What I'm trying to say to you is that I still expect the market to go up higher, to hit the 80,000 area over here before I do expect that short movement to the downside. Okay, I already shared with you my price action confirmation, which is a drop of minus 40% within 3 days. So this is what I expect. And at the moment when the market will give us this kind of drop within 3 days, I expect that we have reached that top. So that means if that would be the move, then this level over here would have been the top, and I expect afterwards a retest, a deeper retest, before the market will then afterwards continue even stronger to the downside. So make sure to check out that one video again if you missed that one. And basically that 40% drop should be in that one range that I explained to you, between 70 to 80,000. If it will be a little bit before that movement, then from my point of view it's just a deeper correction, because the market did it in the past already multiple times, and only at this high level of liquidity, which is in this case between 70 to 80,000, I only then expect the market to give me that kind of price action confirmation that I'm looking for, to go then afterwards for a big short and to have my final confirmation, okay, we have really entered the top, we are currently moving to the downside. Now once again, my prediction over here, what a market should drop to the downside in the first place, supply demand, and it is something which the market has done in the past multiple times. So from my point of view, this first bull run is the same like this one over here. You can see it in the same percentages growth, like over here 12,000, the same drop, 82%, 82%. It's almost the same. Not the exact same numbers, of course, that's not possible, but it's almost identical. And also over here the market structure is almost the same. So that was here the W, that inverted head and shoulders, which previously went with a stronger low and then had an inverted head and shoulders, and then market started a bull run. It's exactly what the market did over here, strong movement, then inverted head and shoulders. Here the same strong movement, and then the inverted head and shoulders. So it's almost the same market structure, guys. This brings me to the conclusion that this one is the same. The only difference what you can see in this one is that it took us much more time to build that accumulation phase over here, so that the market could have bring Bitcoin even higher. Otherwise it wasn't possible. Of course, at this time there weren't so many investors in the market like it was at that kind of date, and this is what the market always needs, a little bit more power, more time in order to bring the price afterwards higher. Okay, this is why also everything looks a little bit different when it comes here on the specific movement, but the market structure, as you can see, is completely identical, which brings me to the conclusion, okay, the history is repeating the exact same time. So I expect right now those 2,500% growth from this low, like it did over here. I expect it right now once again, and this is what Bitcoin should do right now, and only afterwards I expect the market to give me that final price action confirmation, which would be here this movement, and afterwards I expect a retest, and here everybody can exit their Bitcoin investings or positions, and then you will see that major drop to the downside. Alright, now guys, let me explain you what we're doing currently here, because this is something which people are confusing about. So I've seen so many analysis, so many explanations about, okay, what Bitcoin is doing, but the thing is, we need to have a perspective over here from an institutional order flow perspective. So we need to understand how the biggest institutions over here are executing their positions, because the main thing what this price chart should do is to generate sales. Okay, so the biggest participants over here, they would like to benefit from this whole thing, and they are those one who are actually moving the one. So if the biggest investors are here and say, okay, this is a good market, I would like to invest 100 million or even more, of course, into Bitcoin, then they are going to buy this at a very low price. This is why the market is even creating these lows, because at these lows, the biggest investors are joining the market and they're selling the market to bring the price all the way to the downside in order for them to have the biggest orders here with the best price conditions. So this is kind of the thing what they're doing. So whenever the market is at the top, they will place big orders over here, okay, big orders at the low prices. So also, for example, here, to attract the price to come lower, then they're selling again by limits and so on. So they are just manipulating the price so that the price chart is generating sales. So every single retail trader will get out of the market because they have absolutely no clue what the market really does. And at the end, it's only the biggest institutions who will make money and the smart people in this market. Now, the key is that the biggest investors are satisfied. This is the main task of this price chart. And the price chart will be acting like a magnet to these buy limit orders. And these buy limit orders are most of the times demand levels, like for example that one. So this is why I even predicted that the market should go down that much to the downside, because of the matter of fact it's a very low price for Bitcoin. Okay, that's the first thing. That it made a lot of sense from market structure perspective, as we created over here the last time a low, and this one over here at the level of demand will be a higher low, so it's in confluence with the uptrend. So as you can see, the market created from here such a strong movement to the downside, and nobody told you at that time that Bitcoin cannot go to the downside. Why? Because it made a lot of sense. Now the market crashed over here. Let me check it out. Look at this. 72%, guys. This is crazy drop, right? This is a crazy drop. Now, why are you telling me right now that the market cannot give us another 86 drop when the market will reach this top over here at 80,000? Why should that not be possible? You have absolutely no clue why not, right? The thing is, because it makes sense. It makes sense due to the market structure perspective. So let me just show it to you. This is kind of the market flow from the institutions. So after the market will go down lower, look at this. It will be everything in confluence with everything. So I'm going to take over here my 86 drop from the 80,000, something like this. Look at this, guys. Why should this movement should not make sense? Of course it will, because at this level the financial institutions are able to buy this market again because it's a very strong level, right? This is why, from my point of view, it makes a lot of sense that we're going to see that strong movement. So my crash theory makes, based off market structure, based off impulse and corrections, a lot of sense, and it's in alignment with the supply demand. But right now I would like to tell you what the market is currently doing, because if you switch down to the weekly, this market is still in a bullish uptrend. So let me follow these movements. Let me follow market structure. Okay, very slow movement. So this is really strong one. This is what I'm considering this whole thing as one move up with no correction from the higher time frames. Of course, on the lower time frames, you will see deeper correction, but here on the weekly, those things over here, they are not proper retracements. What you've seen here or here, this is not proper retracement. That one will probably can be considered as correction. Right now over here, what the market is doing is kind of a distribution or an reaccumulation phase. And from my point of view, it should be a reaccumulation phase, as I'm not expecting over here the top of Bitcoin, as we did not the same percentages like we did in the past. So we're not there yet. We expect a 2,500 from this low over here. And we are currently only at 2,000. So we have still 500% to go up. And that's what I still expect the price chart to give us. The thing is, why the market is not that high already is because of too many people have joined to buy Bitcoin, and the supply demand is currently not given. So the market needs to correct a little bit to drop out a little bit of the participants and to make people realizing their profit, so that they're selling their Bitcoins right now. And I will share right now with you my targets where the price chart could probably go to the downside for some correction. And one level would be over here at this low. So let I explain to you, around 30,000 would be my round number where the market could go potentially. Because the question that I have right now, which I cannot answer to you, is when will Bitcoin drop? We have two time frames for that. We have one in the middle of summer, which will be in July, something like this, or in August, that we're going to be at the top and then we're going to crash heavily, or it will be at the end of the year. And everything will be decided right now within this area, due to we have over here all around this area, this is demand zone. This whole thing over here is a strong level of demand. So when the market will come to this level, it will be like a magnet to be hit and afterwards to push the price up higher. And that could be a possible scenario right now. But I'm not 100% sure what the market will really do over here. I compared it a little bit with the past. So let me go over here to this chart, to the daily time frame, and let me show to you what I'm talking about. Now, the thing is, if we go here to this price chart, because this is what we consider right now as the same bull run, you will see that the market, before reaching the top, has given us some serious drawdowns. And in this case, it was this one over here with 50% correction from this high, and you had over here a strong move up, boom, and then a drop. Okay, so this strong move up is like a stop hunting attempt, because we all know everybody, retail trader, are trying to rejoin the market when it breaks previous high. Okay, this is something where psychology in this case also, so not also from a trading perspective, but always when you see, okay, the market is moving like this and you're a retail investor, you will see, okay, we passed 10k on Bitcoin, we passed 20k, we passed 30k. They're going to immediately buy the top. And the thing is, when you're doing this, when the majority is going to do this, then the Bitcoin price chart will drop to the downside. It will give you this fake move up over here, and this fake move up will lead into a sell-off, deeper correction to bring everybody out of this market. And this is the level where the institutions are going to enter the market, and this is where everybody should buy the market in order to rocket afterwards all the way to the upside, because you are losing with this movement 50% of your win from an investing perspective, guys. This is the real truth over here. This is why financial institutions are always placing their buy limits a little bit below, and this is the psychology behind the correction that every price chart is giving you. So no matter if it's right now trading or if it is investing, it's the same pair of shoes. Okay, let's come over here back to this one. Let me check it from the 4-hour time frame. Now remember, the market phases over here are in a short-term perspective. So the market is moving much more higher, much more quick to the upside than it did in the past. Why? Because it was not so much money necessary to bring the price to 700, okay, or to 1000 over here. It was not necessary that we have so many orders for that, but right now Bitcoin is at 55,000, and in order to get these high prices, we need much more time and we need much more manipulation, and we have completely different market structure. But one thing will remain the same, and that's the correction times. Due to, you will always see these kind of strong sell-offs in order to bring the people out of the market. Okay, now this one brings me to the conclusion right now. If the Bitcoin price chart will correct right now from the 64,000 that we already tapped into it, if the price chart will give us that drop of 50%, will bring me to the conclusion that we are exactly over here in our bull run, and we still have then afterwards then move up, and that will bring the price chart right now about 30,000. So I'm going to show it to you immediately, but let me just measure that one over here. So you have over here minus 50%, and afterwards the market went up higher about 200%. Okay, so crazy. And this is something which I expect right now to happen identically, probably. but also the chances that we are probably even higher. So this is something which I cannot tell you. Look at this. That's only a correction of 50%. Here we had a correction of 27%. Okay, this is something which the market has done already now. Okay, so the market would always give you some correction while going up. And this will be then the final test. Okay, this will be 30. Look at this. This is my main confirmation. This drop, it occurs within 3 days, and then we know we should go out after the market is pulling up. Okay, now let me check the price chart that we have right now. Let me exit it. Let me go here, and let me measure the retracement. Now, if the price will really crash all the way to the downside from this top 50%, it will bring me here above this area. And the main key about the market structure from institutional perspective is that the market should not pass this level. So it's okay, because exactly at the 50% we have, from a daily perspective, strong level of demand. So let me check it once again from the weekly. Also from the weekly perspective, this is a strong level of demand. So this whole area over here is strong level of demand, where I will look for the market to come to it, to test it, and afterwards to reject it all the way to the upside. And this is something which could really occur here in this market. This market could really bring us all the way to the downside with that 50% drop, and afterwards to go up higher. Okay, afterwards to go up higher about these 200%, and it will bring us approximately at my target. Okay, something around that area over here. So like if we're following it all the way like it did in the past, we will have 200% from this low. It will be around 80,000. Okay, so something like this is what I definitely expect the market to go to the downside, hitting this level, going up higher to hit 80,000, and then the market will crash all the way to the downside. So this is why I'm gonna mark up this whole area. I know it's a kind of big target over here. I cannot give you right now the real price, because this is something which will vary. This is something which nobody can tell you, but I can tell you that around this area the market will give us at some price that one drop. And the thing is right now that the market could eventually spike up to about 100k, but from my point of view we will never test 100k, because 100k is something very psychology, and a lot of traders will look to probably take some profit at 100k, and this is why I expect that the market will not allow us to go that much to the upside, because at the moment when we're going to reach 80,000, when we're going to reach 70,000, 85,000, 90,000 probably even, so something which can really occur. I'm not here to tell you, okay, market will go exactly till 85,000. I'm here to tell you that the market will definitely give us 86% correction at this area over here located. Okay, now the thing is, what will really occur? Are we going to respect the area from here and to go up higher, and we're going to be around mid of the summer and we're going to finish then the bull run? Or are we going to go for that slow deeper correction, and then the market will go up higher, and then it will be end of the year and the market will crash to the downside? Those are my two theories when it comes to Bitcoin, what the Bitcoin price chart will really do. Now let me map out for you some new levels here in the daily. Probably we will only do that 27% correction what the market did multiple times in the past in every single bull run, and look at this, 27%, exactly the same. The market is moving up higher, but we are currently still at area of supply. So only at the moment when we are going to go above this area, then we probably see something like this. Okay, so no matter what really will occur here, I do not care, as I'm still holding my Bitcoin investing positions till we're going to be in that area between 70 to 80,000. Then I'm going to close partially, and definitely I will hold some of them long term. But my key of investing is that I would like to trade like the institutions. I'm interested to realize my profits and afterwards to rejoin the market. Okay, Now remember guys, we have here multiple levels, of course, all the way here. The market could go at any kind of price chart, the market could bounce up. And this is something which not a single trader will tell you. It doesn't matter guys, okay? It doesn't matter what support resistance, what supply demand you're going to use over here. The most important fact is, if you would like to trade it, is that you're going to wait for your price action confirmation. But the key is that nobody can tell you at what kind of support resistance the market will really return, okay? The market will go up over here, and at some point, of course, above this area, it will go up higher. At the moment when we're going to break this area, this whole thing over here is not bullish anymore. This whole thing over here is going to be bearish. As we are right now here on the daily, we are currently printing bearish structure. So the market could go eventually lower and at some point return. That's one of the main things what the market can do. It's not a thing over here. For us right now, important is to understand, okay, what are you going to do? Are you going to invest from a long-term perspective? And here with this video, I only want to tell you to not be worried about the Bitcoin is currently giving you that drop, okay? So you really do not worry about that one. You can even buy some more Bitcoins if you're planning to close it long-term, or if you're going to close it at 80,000, it's not a problem as long as you have your plan, guys, okay? So this is what I expect. Definitely expect the market to still go up higher. So thanks for watching. I hope that this video was informative for you and that you could take advantage of this knowledge. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.